We're going to start off by browning our ground beef over medium-high heat. I'm using this ground beef chopper to chop it up as much as possible. Now, when most of the beef has turned brown, I turn the stove off and I tilt it to the side using a spoon. Try to remove as much of the fat as you can into a bowl on the side. You can leave a little bit because you do want a little bit of fat, but try to get most of it out. And as you are tilting it sideways, more fat starts to run down. Once that's done, I push all the meat to one side and I pour about half of a can of Rotel diced tomatoes and green chilies off to the side. I left it for about 2 to 3 minutes, just getting really hot. And then I use my wooden spoon to smash it as much as possible, trying to break up the big chunks of tomatoes. Mix it all together and then you're going to cook it for just a couple more minutes. After that, you want to add any of your seasonings. You add whatever you like. You can do taco seasoning or some kind of seasoned salt. I added onion powder, garlic powder, chili powder, paprika, a little bit of cayenne, and a couple of other items. Stir it around. You want to be able to toast those spices. It kind of wakens up the flavor. Once that's done for a couple of minutes, add a little bit of water to the pan. You want it a little bit saucy. That's going to help us to melt our cheese. Now, this is optional, but this is the way I like to make it. I add a couple handfuls of shredded cheese or sliced cheese. This is Munster going in the pan right now. I'm also going to add like a cheddar mix and then stir it around until it's completely melted. Just going to make this like creamy, cheesy beef mixture, and this is what I'm going to stuff into my taco shells. Once all of that cheese is well incorporated and melted, you want to go ahead and turn your pan off, let the mixture cool for a couple minutes, and then move it into a smaller bowl. That'll make it easier to stuff our taco shells in. Now in a saute pan, you want to get about 1 inch of oil and heat it over medium-high heat. You want to get it to about 350 degrees. That will be the perfect frying temperature. If it's not hot enough, it'll basically just like absorb the oil and it won't really fry. It'll be all soggy. So what I do is I put a corn tortilla in and I leave it for about 15 or so seconds. And then what I'm doing right now, I use a set of tongs. I flip it over and fold it in half. And then I let, like on each side, let the tortilla fry for, I don't know, 20-30 seconds a side until it starts to get like lightly golden. You don't want it too golden or else it'll just be like really hard. So there's like a happy medium. I always fry a couple extra tortillas because some don't come out perfect. If I want 12, then I'll fry 15 just in case some of them break. You want to have a baking sheet lined with a couple of paper towels so that as soon as your tortillas come out, you can put them on there so the grease can drain. It's a good idea to sprinkle them lightly with some salt as soon as they come out. Once they're all fried, go ahead and get a rubber scraper and start stuffing some of your taco shells. And I definitely don't want to fill them too much. You want to leave some room for toppings, and also sometimes when the taco shells got a little bit too crispy, if you stuff them too much, it can cause them to crack on the bottom like this. That's fine. You can obviously eat it like that, or you can just transfer it to another one of your extra taco shells. I was able to get about 13 filled taco shells with the 1 pound of ground beef and cheese mixture that I made. If you count them, you'll notice you're missing 2 because we already ate them at the time of filming this video. So at this point, you are ready to eat. They're best if you eat them right away while they're nice and hot and crispy. Top them with any toppings you like and enjoy.